Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Matt, and it is finally Fiendish Friday. TGIF, yes. I hope all of you are having a great day thus far. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. If you guys got anything planned, go ahead and hit me up. We can talk about it. I always like hearing from you guys. It's always fun. Especially my friends over on the Facebook. You guys rock. Thank you for all sticking with me throughout this year, and it's hard to believe I've been kind of doing these for a year now. I originally just started writing basic synopsises and putting down trivia about the movies. Nothing special, really. I never did anything that I wrote for as far as a review or even a video yet. And then one day I got the bright idea to try it. And here we are almost a year later, and I am still at it. I hope each and every one of you love my work. I do it because of you guys. You guys give me lots of love and brings me a lot of joy talking to you guys and doing these corny little reviews or corny little opinions about films, movies and films, because not every movie is a film. Today's is a freaking behemoth, man. This is one tough movie to make it through. It is amazing though. It's from 2008. It's starring. I just put a couple names on there: Tetsuro, Sakagami, Tomoya, Okamoto, Yakari, Fujimoto, and Manoush. I put Manoush on there for sure because that's the one name I actually um, uh, recognize and that I know how to say, and that's 2008's Philosophy of a Knife. Yes, this is the Last Exit Entertainment release. It is a two-discer, by the way. No reversible cover art. My other disc is still in the player because we just finished it last night. Yes. All right. Yeah, there's that. And then as far as anything on special features, let me get that a little closer for you guys so you guys can take a gander at it. Yes, look at that. That is just insane looking. Um, this, like I said, this is a behemoth. This thing clocks in at 4 hours and 9 minutes, man. 4 hours and 6 minutes, I believe. Um, wow. That is, it's a very tough film to make it through. Not just because of the runtime, because of the content. The content in this is very, very brutal. It sticks with you. This is definitely one of those extremely disturbing films that is based on facts, which is even scarier, is that this is all true. And it's all about the Japanese squadron known as Unit 731. They made a few other films. There's the Men Behind the Sun series, and then there's City of Life and Death, which I own a copy. I've yet to see it though. I really like all the stuff on them. I really wish we could do another movie, at least make an American movie about Unit 731. We haven't done one of those here. We've let the Russians with Andrey Iskanov. I believe that, yeah, Iskanov, and then of course we got T.F. Mao, who is the original guy. He did Men Behind the Sun 1 and 2, which is Black Sun. Both are phenomenal. Both are extremely disturbing. I think this one, though, beats it just a little bit just because it's so graphic. I think I wrote it down in the notes. What was it, like 13,000 different special effects were used, and most of them weren't used twice. So that's a huge undertaking. This is like I said, it's a behemoth. It's a monster. This is not something that you all could. This is a epic, and to sit through it in one sitting is very tough. I've had to spread it through a couple sittings just because it's so long. I've ran it like it is a mini series, essentially, just because, and just because it makes you feel dirty, like watching it, like you feel terrible for these people. Um, anything that you had, any thoughts that you had is about any kind of negative thoughts towards anybody, and then you see this and it really changes your mind. And wow, the things that it puts through your mind, and it makes you think that about the things that were done. Unit 731 was very brutal. Were just as brutal as the Nazi doctors that were doing stuff at those camps, like Dr. Mengele. These guys did just as brutal stuff, and sometimes even worse. Um, like they would take people out into the middle of like it would be like knee high snow, they'd take these people out in the middle of nowhere, make them strip down to absolutely nothing, which by the way, this is, other than being extremely graphic on the special effects side, this is very graphic on the nudity as well, because you see full frontal male, you also see up close vagina. So it's one of those things that it's not everybody can watch this. This is reserved for seasoned veterans, maybe somebody that is curious. I suggest starting with Men Behind the Sun. Not that there's a single thing wrong with this. This is a masterpiece. I am happy that I have it, and I also have the Unearthed Films one. It's one of my favorite Iskanov films. I still need to watch both versions, or no, the final director's cut of Visions of Suffering. I have seen the regular one, but it's been years. It needs a revisit. And then of course I've seen Nails. Nails is just brutally, it's just insane. It's very, very good. The story really, just the premise of it really sticks with you. Um, and then he's got, what is it? Breaking Ouroboros or Finding Ouroboros or something like that, which coming out finally, which looks epic as well. Like everything this guy makes is top notch as far as editing, camera work, just the special effects. The acting is subpar, but this film is not one that's meant for acting. Um, it's meant to just show the horrors of what men can do, and what we put each other through when we feel like I guess we degrade the people that we think are our enemies, and as the Japanese called them, the maruta, which means logs. Um, it makes you, like, if you're thinking that kind of stuff about a race or a group of people, I mean, that's from propaganda that you've been raised with. Kind of sad it happens. We all believe it. I believed things when I was a kid that I now as an adult don't believe because I was shown better, and my parents, my mother showed me that was not right. Which, by the way, I want to say happy birthday to my mother. Mom, you are fantastic. I love you. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here doing this corny stuff. I wouldn't be here just in general. Love you, and I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll be coming to see you either tonight or tomorrow. I can't remember. I'm not sure yet. But back to this one. So, like I said, they take them out in the middle of nowhere. They leave them chained up. They get frozen there. They test to see what frostbite would do, or how long it takes to occur. What happens to the body after you've brought it back inside after it's been out there for hours, freezing, and you put it in warm water and watch what it does, and it's pretty gross. They put a cockroach in a girl's vagina and see where it goes in the body. And try to find it, and all the while this cockroach has been infected with leprosy on top of it. Very interesting. Like, there a lot of biological warfare, chemical warfare. They did stuff with fleas and the black, like, not the Black Plague, but like plague and death, and something along those lines. Something very brutally, something that would kill everybody in sight. Like they wanted to do it with leprosy, and I can't remember the other one, but it was very scary stuff. Like, at one point they even put white phosphorus on this guy's face to see what it does. And if you don't know what white phosphorus does to the human flesh, I look it up. It's very, very gnarly. It will burn holes through it until it is completely gone. Not pretty. You need to, yeah, it's very, very sickening. That's the only way I can really put it. It's sickening. I'm gonna go ahead. I did leave in the information description stuff for one of my things a link to a website that is devoted to Unit 731 and the atrocities that they committed. I highly suggest giving that a read. It is very informative. It just blows my mind, the things that I read in there, and the fact that I thought I knew a lot of the things they did, but there's also things in there that I didn't know. It's very very, very insane to think. Like, some of their practices we still use today. Like, we know a lot of medical things because of the Unit 731, and the fact that they got away basically with all of this. We didn't run any trials over these guys. We let them basically come over here free and for information. That's all we wanted from them. Much like what we did with some of the high-ranking Nazis, we took them for information. And in that Project Paperclip thing, I forget exactly all the details to that. I'm not here for that. That's a whole different kind of person to do that kind of thing. That's not for me. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and give you a technical rating on this one. Because it's so good, I'm going to give it a 4. Now, that's because it has amazing editing. The special effects are top notch. The music works really, really well for it. All in all, in a sense of what it can be, it is flawless in my opinion. Iskanov did a very, very good film. My only complaint is the runtime, but that's everybody's complaint. I'm not going to run that one into the ground because it's been said and done, and I can't change any of that. I'm thankful that he did it. It really sinks in with you and sticks for a long time, which on the entertainment side, I'm going to also give it a 4. So we're going to have an 8 overall with this one. It is very, very good. It is one I will suggest to all my seasoned veteran horror fans. I don't consider this a horror film. It is a war biopic with human horror, the horrors that humans can do, some atrocious things we can do. Alright, I'm up over 14 minutes today. I could go on for another 20 about this film because I love it so much, but I'm going to roll out right now. I hope all of you have a fantastic weekend. Like I said, I will see you all on Monday. I'm not too sure what we're going to be watching next week. I got some new stuff in yesterday, so at least 1 or 2 of those will be watched for next week's viewings. Alright, guys. Love your faces, and always, As I like to say, can I get down here to push the stop button? Sorry. Peace, guys.